Have you seen a phone that is primarily made for the Chinese market? From the moment you turn this phone on to the moment you turn it back off, everything is completely different from what you are used to. Every single app is in Chinese. This is the Honor Play 60, a 5G device powered by the Mediatek Dimensity 6300 processor. The price of the phone is 190,000 naira. It's hard to find a 5G phone in this price range, and considering that it has a fairly large storage and a strong battery, it makes it worth buying. Talking about the storage, it comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. It also has another variant of 256GB of storage. 6000 mAh for the battery capacity, a 13MP single camera sensor at the back, and it is based on Android 15. Aside from the 13MP primary camera sensor, which I find unacceptable, the other specs of this device make sense, especially when you put the price into consideration. But this does not mean that this phone does not have other setbacks. So it has other setbacks, and I'm going to talk about them in a moment. But for now, please subscribe to my channel or follow me depending on the platform you are watching this video from. And also, it's not going to cost you anything to hit the like button, so please subscribe or follow and hit the like button right now. The Honor Play 60 comes inside this white box. The accessories inside include a protective case, a 15-watt charger, a Type-C cable, and a SIM eject pin. The design of the phone is modern, and this is something that made it a little different from other devices. The SIM tray is positioned at the top of the phone. Like, who does that? I've seen other devices with their SIM trays positioned at the bottom side of the phone, but never at the top of the device. My first concern here is that whether a regular SIM card will work with the phone. It won't cost me anything to test it out, so I inserted an MTN SIM card inside, sent text messages, made calls, and even dialed USSD code. It's working. Because it is made for the Chinese market, it has a lot of bloatwares. These are pre-installed apps, especially those you don't really need. Some of these applications might be very useful, but they all have Chinese names, so how can I tell which one I need? Even the pre-installed TikTok is the Chinese version, and every single thing inside that app is in Chinese. Maybe if you are patient enough to try these apps one after the other, you might like them. The Chinese actually have good apps. Something else I like about this device is the design. The Honor Play 60 is modern and simple, offering a single camera setup at the back along with a bright flashlight. It also has a multifunction button at the left side of the phone for a quick access to some features. The screen is not AMOLED, it is IPS, though I'm not disappointed since you will hardly find a device with AMOLED display in this price range. Quite honestly, this is a very decent display. For one reason, it has up to 1010 nits peak brightness, making on-screen content visible under sunlight. In comparison with other phones in this price range, this is very bright. The most you can get in other devices is about 600 nits. Graphics are well presented with details, and because it has a punch hole notch for the front camera, you get uninterrupted full display. One thing though I think Honor should have worked on is the camera. 13MP for primary camera sensor, come on, that's a huge setback. Not necessarily because the camera quality is poor, but you see, just being aware that the camera is 13MP and not 32MP or above will discourage a lot of people. The reason is that people buy not reality but specifications. Pictures from the main camera are clear and bright and very useful. The only thing they lack here is sharpness, and where there is absence of sharpness, there is always noise. If you are a regular user, you might not really notice this until you start zooming in on pictures. Pictures under clear sky are almost perfect, and sometimes you might even wonder if this camera sensor is actually 13MP. The camera also comes with the story mode, an equivalent of vlog mode in techno phones. Some persons might actually find this mode useful. It also supports the dual video mode, where you can use both the back and the front cameras to record a video at the same time. But this mode only supports 720p footage at 30 frames per second. To get 1080p footage, the main camera mode has to come in. But sadly, it doesn't support 60 frames per second. The one thing I love about the video footage from this camera is the natural color and the average brightness level. Most cameras tend to brighten the output, interfering with the colors in the footage in the process. This is perfect in my opinion. The front camera has a 5MP sensor, and just like the rear camera, it offers bright and clear pictures. But sharpness again is an issue. In a very bright setting, you might not notice the lack of sharpness, but it is quite noticeable indoors. When it comes to the portrait mode, the blur effect is near perfect. Both the front and the back cameras can effectively blur the background of a portrait picture. Now let's talk about the processor, the Mediatek Dimensity 6300, a 5G CPU, and this is the same CPU used on the Redmi 15C 5G and the Oppo A6X 5G. It is much slower than the Dimensity 7300 in my experience, and you might even experience some lagging, but it is able to handle some high graphic games in low graphic settings. Another problem is that apps in the background also close automatically after a while. Now talking about applications, this brings us to the most important part of the review. Because this phone is primarily made for people living in mainland China, it doesn't support Google Play services based on some restrictions. This means that Google apps like Play Store, YouTube and others cannot work on this device. As I loaded some of these applications inside this phone, Google Play Store refused to open. Chrome opened but cannot be updated, and the basic applications that are required for Google apps to function refuse to install. These include Google Services Framework, Google Play Services, and Google Account Manager. I have also tried downloading these applications using Gbox and Gspace, still not working. The only thing that is working here is the APK Pure app, where I can download almost anything that is available on the Google Play Store. Now this brings us to the most important question. Does the Honor Play 60, with only 13 megapixel primary camera sensor and no access to Google Play services, worth buying for people living outside mainland China? Think about the stress of trying to install apps on this device. Think about the inconveniences of not being able to save your contacts in your Google account. And think about the inconveniences of not being able to find replacement parts for your device when needed. Everyone has their own way of saying things, and you might have a different way of the Honor Play 60 5G based on what I have said in this video. Let me know what you think about the device, and I will see you in my next video.